Have you ever been writing an email or talking to someone and just paused, thinking, wait, should I use much, many, or a lot of? It's a classic English grammar puzzle for sure, but don't worry, in the next few minutes, we're going to get this sorted out once and for all. Let's dive in. So, which one is it? Is it how much time or how many time? It's a super common point of confusion, but believe it or not, the rule behind it is actually really simple once you see it. Okay, first things first, let's get something quick out of the way. You've probably heard people say both a lot of and lots of. The good news? They mean the exact same thing. They're basically twins. You can use them however you want. We're going to stick with a lot of for this explainer just to keep it simple. But remember, lots of works just as well. All right, here we go. This is the foundation of everything. The entire rule for when to use much or many comes down to one simple idea. Can you count it or can you not? Let's break that down. So first up, we have uncountable nouns. The best way to think about these is to picture substances or big concepts or liquids, things you can't just line up and count one by one. I mean, you wouldn't say one water, two waters, right? That's why they don't usually have a plural form. Here are some perfect examples. Take water. You can't count water itself, but you can count glasses of water. Same with homework. You don't count the homework, you count the assignments. And things like sugar and coffee, you measure them. You don't really count them. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hold on, I have definitely gone into a cafe and ordered 2 coffees before. And you're totally right. This is a really common exception. When we say that, we're just using a shortcut. What we actually mean is 2 cups of coffee. The same thing happens if you ask for 2 sugars in your drink. You really mean 2 packets or 2 cubes of sugar. Okay, so on the flip side, we have countable nouns. And these are way more straightforward. They're just individual things that you can easily separate and, well, count. 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples. Simple as that. And because you can count them, they have both a singular and plural form. And here are some obvious examples, right? You can count apples, you can count windows, you can count girls and students. Each one is its own separate, distinct thing. Let's just put it side by side to make it crystal clear. Countable? You can count them, and they have a plural form, like apples. Uncountable? Nope, can't be counted, and they don't have a plural, like water. This one single difference is the key to everything else. So, now that we've got a solid handle on countable versus uncountable, we're ready for the golden rule. Let's see how much and many plug right into these 2 categories. And here it is. It's really this simple. You use much with uncountable nouns, like much water or much homework. And you use many with countable nouns, like many apples or many students. That's it. That is the main rule right there. Okay, you've got the basic rule down. Awesome. But, English just loves its little twists. There's one more layer to this whole thing. The way we use these words can change a little bit depending on if we're asking a question, saying something negative, or making a positive statement. So check this out. For negative sentences, when you're saying no, and for questions, both much and many are perfectly fine. Super common, no problem. But notice that last row. When we make a positive or affirmative statement, using much suddenly becomes pretty rare. It can sound really formal or, honestly, just a little weird. So let's focus on the easy part first, shall we? When you are saying no about something or asking a question, that golden rule we just learned, it works like a charm. Every single time. It's very straightforward. Here are some examples that show exactly how this works. I don't have much water. Water is uncountable, so we use much. There aren't many girls. Girls are countable, so we use many. See, it works perfectly for negative sentences and for questions. Okay, now for that tricky part. It's when we are making a simple, positive statement that things get a little strange. While using many is totally fine, using much in everyday conversation, it can sound pretty unnatural. For example, if I just said to you, I have much water, it just sounds a bit stiff, doesn't it? Kind of formal, like something out of an old textbook. You probably wouldn't hear a friend say that in a casual chat. So what do? I mean, how are you supposed to make a positive statement about an uncountable noun without sounding like you're from a different century? Luckily for all of us, there is a very, very simple fix. This right here is the key takeaway. If you are ever in doubt, especially when you're making a positive sentence, there is one phrase that will almost always be the correct and, most importantly, the natural sounding choice. And the answer is a lot of. This simple little phrase is your secret weapon. It is the most common and natural-sounding way to talk about a large quantity in positive sentences. And here's the best part. A lot of is incredibly flexible. It works perfectly with both uncountable nouns and countable nouns, which makes it a totally safe choice in pretty much any situation. So instead of that awkward "I have much water," you just say "I have a lot of water," and it sounds perfect. And it also works for countable nouns too. "I have a lot of apples" is just as correct and natural as saying "I have many apples." So let's wrap this all up with a final thought. Now that you have this simple rule and that all-important "a lot of" escape hatch, just think about it. How many mistakes will you be able to avoid in the future? Probably a lot of them.